Good morning. What a beautiful today. What a beautiful today it is today. It's a beautiful today today. My name is Sasha with Ray of Hope, Reiki, and more. This is your reminder to drink water. We're going to talk about our spiritual message of yesterday and today. And the first thing I do is just put on like comfortable pants when I get home after like the kids thing. So that's just what we do. I got done playing with the chickens and they are growing so fast. They're growing so fast and they're using their like wings to flap away and get away from me. So much quicker. So I have some cute stories that I'll put little short videos of each one of them this morning. Once I get time, we have a sound bath tonight at 7 p.m. with Miss Danielle from Southern's Wild Healing. She is doing some energy work while Crystal is playing the sound bowls and sending out her energy to the room. Friday we have a Crystal live sale. It'll be in the afternoon because the kids have the day off for Records Day. This is the first day since Monday that Cutler's back to school because he manifested a pipe breaking or something because he just wanted to go to wrestling and not to school. This is the book that we're reading on Sundays. We read it as Sunday afternoon, like evening time. So anywhere from 7 to 8:30, I'll pop up live because it just depends on how the kids are doing. If they're eating dinner, if they're giving me trouble during baths and stuff, it's just, I can't give a set time. So it's usually on Sundays. You can rewatch all of my videos on YouTube. That's where I put all of my videos because Facebook doesn't keep the videos and Instagram doesn't push my videos. What else do we have? I think that's it. And I can actually try to get caught up today because both kids are in school. I did the field trip with Connor's class yesterday and we went to an orthodontist's office and there was like 80 kids, which was kind of a lot, and there was I think 4 of the special needs class, including Connor. And so we were with his class during it. And there was 3 different stations at the orthodontist's office. When I told his bus driver that we were doing a field trip, he was like excited for Connor because he drives all the special needs kids to school in the morning, and he was excited. And then I told him it was the orthodontist office and he was like, what in the world? You can't come up with something funner than an orthodontist's office? And I just thought, well, I'm not gonna be picky because Connor, regardless of what field trip it is gonna have a difficult time transitioning and like focusing. So I'm gonna go with it. But it is kind of funny to think, why are we going to the orthodontist office? The first station that we were in, they talked a ton about smoking and vaping and how it affects your lungs and your teeth and your heart and what bullying is and how to say no. And I was like, whoa, this was not, like, I thought we were talking about braces. What are we doing here? And, but it was very informative for the kids, and I think that they enjoyed it. Good morning. And then we went over to the next station, and I brought a ton of stuff for Connor for the field trip because he's not gonna be able to sit down for very long, and he needs stuff to play with. And so I brought he has like a hippo. It's like this big and it's just a hippo head and it opens up, and she has braces that you can put on and off. She's got spots on her teeth that you pretend brush, and she's got like a little mirror that you can look at the back of her teeth and stuff. So I was like, this is perfect. This is the perfect toy. And then I brought a ton of sensory stuff, like a chewy sensory thing, a stringy worm sensory thing, and some sensory bottles where you tip upside down and stuff, just so you can watch stuff run So I brought that stuff. So when we went over to our next station, she had this huge teeth, huge, I'm talking huge, and this big old toothbrush that's like as big as my arm. And so she was like asking the kids, how do you brush your teeth? Which spots do you brush your teeth? Are we done yet? What do we do next? And she was just doing that for so long. And Connor the whole time was like, I want the big teeth. I want to brush the teeth. I want the big teeth. And I was like, oh no, like I thought I was gonna be okay with this little hippo, but you pull out these gigantic teeth, lady. I can't compete with that. That thing probably cost $100. And so after she was done, they did like a little photo shoot, and you had to pair up 2 by 2 and go into the room and take a picture. And they had like little dinosaur heads, little glasses, little Minnie Mouse headbands and stuff. They just had like fun little dress up things for them to take like a little picture after they talked about the teeth, while the teacher read like a book on braces and stuff. And so we went over and we obsessed about brushing the teeth, and he brushed those big teeth the entire time through the book, the entire time through them taking pictures. And then he took a little picture at the end. And his classmates, he's not in this class, but maybe he'll go in when they have class parties for like 10 minutes at a time. He can't handle that class. The class is like 30 kids. They're all very active kids, not special needs, obviously. It's the regular class. And so he can only handle them for so long because they're so loud and rowdy. But they all loved him. Like, there was a couple kids you could tell, like, have parents that haven't, they were like kind of, ooh, he's so weird. But the majority of them were like, can we take a picture with Connor? We want to take a picture with Connor. Can we take a picture with Connor? We want to be with Connor. Like, all of them were wanting to take a picture with Connor. And the teacher's like, not everyone can take a picture with Connor. So-and-so wanted to take the picture with Connor, and so-and-so too. So there was like 2 or 3 kids in Connor's picture. And it was just, it warmed my mommy heart, because he doesn't go into that class very often. And you do worry about teasing and bullying and kids not understanding that he's different and stuff. So it was cute. And then the third station, the last station we went to, was a puzzle station, and they had 2 different puzzles, and I was trying to help the kids do one of the puzzles, but I couldn't really help because I was trying to watch Connor. And in that room, it was their break room, and they had tons of popcorn bins at the top of the shelves with candy in them. Like, are you kidding me? Connor's he's gonna see that. He sees the details. So he just kept pointing and asking for the popcorn. Popcorn, can I get the popcorn? They're like full of candy. But he reached in my bag and he ate all my granola bars. He didn't eat the Cheetos I brought him. He didn't eat the marshmallows I brought him. He ate 2 granola protein bars. So anyways, it was fun. We enjoyed the bus. We got lucky number 6 and then lucky number 5 for our seats, and we did pretty good, and the other kids were nice. So he was a little distracting, but he made it through the whole thing. And we got to meet Ronnie, which Ronnie's like his favorite para in his regular classroom that he's in. She's his favorite, and she was like, I don't understand why I'm his favorite. And I was like, you look so similar to his therapist that he's had for 2 years. Emma is his favorite therapist, and she is always on his schedule. She'll threaten the work that if they take Connor off of her schedule, like, she'll quit, because her and Connor just have this cute little bond. And she even told her boyfriend, like, just so you know, I have a boyfriend already. His name is Connor, and like that is us. It's just the cutest bond. So anyways, that was fun. I went to that, and then I have had Cutler the whole week because his school was out. He goes today, and then Friday's off. Let's read our spiritual message of the day. Oh, also the subscription boxes we're gonna finish them up tomorrow because Crystal's coming into town tomorrow. No, we're finishing them up tonight. Crystal's coming into town tonight for the sound bath, and she will have all of her rest of her part for the ritual bath salts and her spiritual messages. So then I do need to make a post about the subscription boxes for opening up for March. And again, when you get the subscription box, you'll get it at the end of March. So you pay the $50 now, you get it at the end of March, and it's a spiritual message from all three of us sisters, Crystal and Danielle and me, for what spiritual advice you need for the month of April. And then it includes something special from Danielle. It includes something like crystal items and healing items from me. And then it includes a ritual bath from Crystal. You could also use the ritual bath as a foot soak if you don't have a bathtub. And then we include like rituals or spiritual things that you should do throughout the month. And it's just fun. So if you're interested in that, let us know. Okay. Every single moment matters. So yesterday's spiritual message was 1,000-mile journey begins with a single step. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is your ideal life. First, you have to begin exactly where you are. Then one step leads to another, which leads to another. Know that sometimes there may be 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. Be patient with yourself, take your time, walk slowly, and trust that with each step you are making progress in your 1,000-mile journey, whatever it may be for you. Totally agree with the spiritual message, especially since this week is so unpredictable and everything has been like kind of like just, you have to really go with the flow this week. And there's a lot of stubbornness, a lot of emotions. I did say that it would be very easy to argue with your partners. Just be quick to apologize. I did argue with Troy. Troy did argue with me. And we just moved on very quickly because I already apologized to him first thing Monday and said, just so you know, it's going to be really easy for us to fight this week. And he was just looking at me. And then like, I think it was Tuesday that we argued about something so dumb. But yeah, it's rough. Raising kids is rough. So pick something each day and just get something done. And then if you're ready and you take a break after that, get something else done. And just one step at a time, one step at a time. You get pushed back, you need to take a rest, and then keep going. Take a rest, and then keep going. So today's actual spiritual message is things do get better. When you are in the midst of the rubbish that life sometimes tosses your way, it feels impossible to gain perspective. When those moments come, hold tight. Things will get better. But first, be willing to work through whatever you are experiencing. No running, no distracting, and no negotiating. It's very easy to ignore your feelings. It's very easy to disassociate if you've been hurt a bunch in the past. It's very easy to hide those emotions. But what are we doing? What are we working on? What is the purpose of what we're trying to do, living a more holistic and authentic life? We have got to feel our feelings. We have got to express our feelings, even if it's scary. And then we have got to be able to communicate more effectively with our people. Yeah. We cannot hide those things. Sit still, quiet down, and listen inwardly. What is your experience telling you? What is needed, and what can be learned? This is the hard part, but you can do it, and you will. Eventually, you will end up on the other side with a resilience that you didn't know you had. With a resilience you didn't know you had. It makes sense. My worst chakra is my throat chakra. I feel like it's blocked right now, and I'm sitting here talking to you guys. So, I think just working on living your authentic life and speaking your truth is going to be the best way. Why is the energy so weird this week? It's going to be the best way to help things get better. You can't continue to heal if you don't allow yourself to express yourself more freely. If you block everything off and refuse to acknowledge what is going on around you, you can't heal, you can't progress, you can't move on to the next thing. And a lot of the times we get so frustrated and so angry about the things that happen to us, and a lot of the times they end up being patterns because we never learn our self-worth. We never learn like the lesson that we're being taught in those moments, in those trials. And so then we're given the same lesson over and over again, the same cycle over and over again. What is your self-worth? Should you keep repeating the cycle, or have you learned your lesson? What's the lesson that you're learning right now? And can you turn this around, break the cycle, and be more authentic and be more honest and be more emotional? Yeah. That was hard to focus. The last thing that I would say is today is the dark moon. So that is like when the moon's the darkest. It's the day before the new moon. Tomorrow's the new moon. So today would be the day that I would work on what are your goals for March? What are you going to be working on for the month of March? It's like I have sat down and I've already really meditated, talked to the goddess energy that I'm working with. One of the things that I asked you guys to do at the beginning of the year was to make a jar with 12 things that you wanted to accomplish, something you wanted to release each month, and something you wanted to grow in a month. But you don't pick which month you're going to focus on that. You just put it in a jar and then you pick it out before the next month. And I always pick it out on the dark moon because that's when the goddess energy, it said you can connect to the goddess energy you're working with the best if it's one of the dark goddesses. So I picked mine out last night because I knew I was going to be busy tonight, and it was going live every day, which majority of the time I have started to do that already. So I feel like that was definitely calling to me. And then my goal was to gain more followers as well. So to get more engagement and more followers in my social media platforms by going live. So I sat down and looked at all my platforms and was thinking about how I can manifest that and how I can grow more things, which I'll probably do more of that today. And then another goal was for my sourdough. I really want to get my sourdough going. I got myself a heated mat for my sourdough because I think that's why it's not working right now, is because my house is not warm enough. My other house there was like a warm room that I would set my sourdough in, and this house I don't have that. So good morning. Hey girl, hey. Good morning, Chicken Butt Jen. These little baby chicks are they're starting to move around like crazy. They don't just sit in my hand anymore. You made bread today? Yeah, so that's one of my goals. So I got that heated plate. Another one of my goals would be this month, I had the goal to take each boy on a date separately so that they could have some alone mom time. And with that goal, when I pulled that out, I would continue going on dates each month with them. So I have to find a date, 2 dates this month, March, to continue that. When did you get babies? Like a week or 2 ago. They're starting to get feathers and they're flapping, which they're kind of like flying out of my hand now. So now they don't just sit there, which is rude because I like cuddling them. You have not been watching my social media, girl. I usually put it on my stories. What's the next thing that I was manifesting? Growing more followers, my sourdough bread, going on dates with the kids. And then for some reason, I feel like I need to set an alarm, wake up early, and meditate each morning. Like that's what I was seeing when I was asking what are the things I need to focus on for next month. That came up, like seeing myself meditating early morning, which I'm not a morning person, so I'm not exactly happy about it. But I did do those ice showers for that entire month that I had that in January. And I think that because I keep giving an offering up, I keep offering things up, that I think it's allowing my life to continue to be on a more steady path. We're not like completely steady, but it's been better. So anyways, take some time today in the dark moon, tonight, or all day, thinking about things that you can manifest and goals that you have for next month. They could be as simple as keeping up on your laundry. They could be as simple as drinking more water. You really honestly just need to pick one like thing to really focus on, and then in April you can pick a different thing. The problem with people is we tend to pick so many things, like I'm going to completely change my entire diet and work out 5 days a week, and I'm not going to be on my phone at all, and I'm going to get 8 hours of sleep. Like you pick all of these goals and you overwhelm yourself for the month, and then you get burnt out within the first week or two and you stop all patterns. In January, what was one of the things that I gave up? It was soda. I am all the way through February and I still haven't had a soda. In February, I gave up candy bars and candies because I was eating those like crazy. And I have not had a candy. Have I had cookies and cakes? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But I didn't say I was giving up cookies and cakes this month. Okay, maybe that's March. I don't know. So just little things. And even though I miss soda a little bit, like I don't have cravings for it. So I think I still craving the candy. Let's be like, the problem was I started because I had the no soda, I was eating and trying all sorts of those freeze-dried candies. Oh my gosh. Freeze-dried fruit roll-ups and freeze-dried bit of honeys. Oh my gosh, I was having like so much sugar craving because my sodas were diet soda, so they didn't have sugar, so I don't know why I was craving. I probably had a parasite. I don't know. But just think about something and your goals for next month that you can manifest, but don't overwhelm yourself. Keep it simple. Light a candle for your goddesses tonight. And give an offering. You can make your goddess energy some tea. You can make her some espresso. You can give her some moon water. You can give them some garlic, some honey. There's so many easy things that you have in your house that you could give the goddess energy as an offering tonight. Even just lighting a candle or engraving a candle with some protection sigils and stuff would be really helpful. Okay, you guys, I am gonna go get to work. I have to clean the meditation room. That's my goal for today, clean the meditation room, because we have a sound bath tonight at 7. I'm going to get caught up on messages, and I did laundry yesterday, so I'm proud of that. And then get set up for my live tomorrow afternoon. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye, Instagram. Bye, Facebook.